Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
To curl a little. This looks really good, Todd. Looks really good. Will it roll? And
What a
Thomas
shot.
with the shot! Oh, he just ticks it. He just ticks it. Will it curl? Will it curl?
Oh, big miss there, big. A little tight.
Oh, yes it is. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hi everyone, welcome to Draw 4 of the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel at the Sydney Curling Club in beautiful Sydney, Nova Scotia. We're expecting a really exciting game today between Team Pugsley and Team Granchelli. My name is Patty Merrigan and I'll be joining you for the game along with Liz.
Hi, my name's Liz Delgens, and I'm happy to join Patty this afternoon to take you through this exciting game that we have.
We'll start by introducing the teams. Team Pugsley is the St. FX team. We have Skip Logan Pugsley, mate Samuel Goodine, second Brett Carter, lead Wyatt Schofield, and fifth Andrew Roberts, along with Coach Tyler Butler, who couldn't be here this weekend, but shout out to the coach.
And on the other side, we have Team Granchelli, Skip Chris Granchelli, mate John Penny, second Todd McCauley, and lead Kenny Thomas. They've been friends since juniors. Chris is now living in Halifax, but he comes down every year to play with this team in the Cashspiel.
Looking forward to a great game. It's already gotten underway. Looks like sorry, everyone, first-time commentator. We're still getting adjusted to mics and learning how to do this, but no worries. If Liz and I get anything wrong, we've got Travis Stone hanging around in the background, and he's absolutely going to correct us on every missed call.
Okay, this one's looking like the sweepers are on it. Coming in nicely here. Nice guard. Oh, just in top 12. All right, looks like Chris is calling for a nose hit here from Kenny. Kenny's just getting set up in the hack here for the out-turn hit. Okay, and the sweepers are on it right out of his hand. John and Todd keeping it straight for the hit.
So that's an unfortunate rollout, but we'll see what Team Pugsley does here. Looks like they're going to go out to the wings.
All right, moving on to second stone here. We have Todd McCauley. Looks like he's going to be drawing in. Okay, John's on it here. Got the 2 sweepers on it. Hanging out pretty far. Starting to come over now. Looks like this is just going to be a guard here.
Looks like it was running fairly straight down that line, which we know because we just got off the sheet.
Yeah.
So we saw that. Looks like it's pretty consistent with the earlier draw. Team Pugsley, I think, is going to come in behind their guard.
Yep,
See if they can bury one.
You're right on that, Patty. We got caught there a few times ourselves. The wings staying a bit straight.
So this one again looks like it's running a bit straight. They're going to get on it, see if they can get it to curl.
He's on it hard. Sweeper's on it hard for the curl. Very good weight on that. Just sitting top 4, and it looks like Chris is calling the hit and roll.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, on it for the curl here.
Try to get it to come over.
Coming over. Looks like he'll get the hit and roll on the other side. Not the side he had been going for, but still a very good shot from Todd there. Tucked in behind the red guard.
Pugsley's now going to try to get the hit and a bit of a long roll over underneath their guard. Didn't hear what they said, but it looks like they're taking a little bit more ice, so they might be throwing a touchdown on the weight.
Okay, we have the sweepers on it right away here for line. Looks
It looks
close.
pretty good. Looks real nice.
Looks
are they getting by?
close.
I think so.
Very close.
Yeah.
Oh, great
Go
sweep.
hard on the roll. See if they can get it over underneath.
Ooh, a very good shot. Very good sweeping there. And this team is normally skipped by John Penny in our regular league nights. He stepped back to the mate position to play with Chris. They always seem to adjust very well to that. John playing in the mate role rather than skipping.
Oh. First rock of the day. Hold on. Whoa. Curl it. Todd.
They're going to try to make this one curl, see if they can get enough of that rock to stick around.
Okay, a little heavy too. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, guys.
Right, just stayed out there a little bit. Got the hit, but unfortunately rolled out of play.
A little bit of an opportunity here now for Team Pugsley. If they can get a rock underneath their guard, they're going to have a pretty good shot at scoring 2 in this end.
Yeah, a little wobble there.
Yeah, I agree, Patty.
Yeah.
This is a big opportunity for St. FX boys.
This is the second year that this team has played in this Cashspiel.
Yeah, we have the St. FX women's curling team here as well. They have a game going on sheet 4. Had a tough game last night against Team Drover from the Sydney Curling Club.
They played incredibly well.
Very well.
Came down to the end of that game. Wonder have those two teams played against each other? That would be a fun one to watch.
2 St. FX teams?
Yeah. Sure
not
have.
sure. They may line up here in either our championship bracket or consolation bracket.
That would be a great game. So the rock's still open there. I think we'll see. Looks like Chris is going to ask for the hit and roll under their guard.
Whoa.
Okay, Chris is saying whoa.
Hard, Kenny.
Kenny on it for the curl.
Hard, Kenny.
Needed to come over a bit.
That one didn't move a lot
No.
down that center line.
Right, just trying to get that out, and it does spin out of the rings.
St. FX will have an opportunity again here. See if they can get this one buried.
See, you need more time too.
Yeah, I guess so.
So our first end sponsor is the Sydney Medicine Shop. They are our first end sponsor, so shout out to the Medicine Shop for all your pharmacy needs. Stop in to see Brandon or Hugh Toner at the Medicine Shop, both curlers here at the Sydney Curling Club.
This rock's looking real nice, Liz.
Yep. Coming in very nice.
Looks like they're going to
Just
get
getting
that
it. Oh,
buried
yes.
underneath.
Oh, very
That is
nice.
a
Just tucked in
beautiful shot
here
right there.
behind
Wow.
the red guard.
Very nice.
Right there. Okay.
Because it's behind the tee line, looks like Chris is going to try to draw down on top of it. If they can make this good, you'll probably see the St. FX team forced to 1.
Okay, Chris has a lot of titles behind him. He actually was successful in winning the 2024 World Senior Men's Curling Championship. He was on the winning team with Paul Fleming, skipping that. And came second place last
line's
year
not
in
great.
the Sydney Cashspiel.
Always Kenny.
Okay, again on it for curl here.
They're not liking the line here. It
No.
looks like it's fairly wide.
Yes, lots of weight as well. Ooh, looks like it's going to be heavy.
For their guard, and
Well, I mean, the guard.
Yeah, but then it just gives us another guard.
which looks like that's the call that they're going to make.
Okay.
So if they can get another one buried under their guard, Chris probably won't be able to draw down to be shot, depending on where this rock goes.
Yeah, it looks like we have actually the mate throwing last stones here.
Yes.
Maybe that's why we were confused there, Patty. We had seen Pugsley thrown the last rock there, but that was for mate stones, and we have Gadeen throwing the last rocks for
Yes.
St. FX boys.
So this
All
one
right.
also looks pretty good.
Yeah, looking good.
Looks like they're on it for weight. Come over.
Yep,
They
coming
don't
in.
want to. They don't want to leave a double here.
No, coming in nicely here. Going to be by the guard. Looks like it's going to be sitting probably top 12.
That's a really nice shot.
Right, I wonder what Chris is thinking here. Maybe we can
Kind of weight, Johnny.
tap into his mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you need.
Try to hit it, then and roll to here. See where it goes.
All right, so it looks like he's going to
Half
try
rock.
to hitch
that-
that
yeah.
rock that St. FX just placed there in the top 12 and get a roll to the other side of the house in behind their blue guard. Need in the curl.
Oh, they're close.
Very close.
Easy.
Did it, how
Will
far
it
did
stick
roll?
around or is it going to roll too much?
Rolled too far.
All right, so they're still in the rings, but St. FX is sitting 1.
They'll now have a draw
It's all right.
for
It's okay.
2 here.
As long as we get one out of there, guys. You know.
And
we
this
want
is
them
the
to get
other
three. Chance of three,
turn
so.
from the rocks that the draws that they've already thrown this end. Don't know if have we seen any draws down this line yet?
I don't think so, Patty. No. So it may be
So it's interesting. Sam throws left.
right.
So
yes, I see that now. Yeah.
so for him, so he's throwing. For him, this would be the intern, and the line will run a little differently here than if he was throwing right.
You're right. Yep.
But he's got a lot of space. There's a big hole there to get through, and he just needs
Just
needs to get full 12.
Yep. 12, and
dying out,
he'll be
It's looking
putting
pretty
2
good.
on the board.
I think we're good, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
and
Wow.
very light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something under that.
It just stopped because it looked very good out of his hand. Line was looking good.
Did I hear one of them say that there was something underneath the rock?
Sounds like they think
May
that.
have been.
Yes. Yep.
They didn't jump on it quickly, so it looked like they were pretty comfortable with the weight out of his hand.
All right, so that'll be a score of 1 for St. FX.
That was a great end.
Something came out
Very,
from under?
very entertaining and good curling so far.
Yeah. Doesn't take
Live
much.
stream is brought to you by Mercer Fuels, Marine Atlantic, McIntyre Chev, and Destination Cape Breton.
All right, 1-0 here for St. FX boys coming into the second end. So they were able to pick up a point in that first end.
So they're opting to come into the rings. We'll see what Chris does if they put one in.
The sweeper's staying close here. I think they're liking how this looks. They want it in the house.
Looks like it's coming in. Even down that line, it's staying fairly straight. Although it did come over at the end.
Yeah.
Weight was perfect.
A great weight on that.
Wish I had that draw last night when we were doing the draw team fun.
Me too. Me too.
So it's interesting choice to come into the rings rather than putting up a guard. We are playing the no tick rule, which means if you put a center line guard up, it can't be taken off of the center line.
Close.
Coming into
Oh.
the rings lets
Johnny,
Chris
Johnny, a little
hit
bit,
the
Johnny,
rock,
Johnny,
which probably
Johnny, no,
leaves
God.
the
Yep.
end
Sorry.
open.
Yeah, and they're
Run,
opting for the hit here.
Okay, Kenny, just popped it a bit.
Okay, so they got that one a little bit outside, and the rock stays in the ring. You're going to see St. FX now put up a guard.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, the ice hasn't been too forgiving. If you do pop it a little bit out or a little off the broom, not very forgiving. The rocks are hanging out on the 4-foot line.
Might help it move a bit, right?
Yeah, we got caught on a couple of those earlier today, and we've seen it with other teams playing on this sheet that line is running fairly straight. And if you're throwing up weight and get a little bit outside, it tends to fall. So this one looks pretty nice, though it needs to come over. It'll finish a little bit past the hog line there.
Looking like it's going to finish just top 12. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Should be happy with that. Looks like Chris
No, it's
is
fine, too.
thinking he's going to
Same way.
try the hit here.
Same weight, yeah.
So he's asking for a hit and a slight roll, but he also doesn't mind the nose. From here it looks like the nose gets the double.
Yeah.
Liz, do you think?
Yeah, I didn't see him call that, but I think
No, he didn't
he's
call
probably
it.
thinking that in his head, that there's the potential for that.
He did say he didn't mind nose,
No?
but it looks
Okay.
like this one is curling quite a bit.
Curling a
does
lot.
he have it? He's got the front.
Oh.
And they get the jam. So
That's good.
Too much.
No, it's good.
see what's St. FX going to do. They're going to hit and roll over. So this is an interesting call. What do you think of this one, Liz? Do you like the roll?
I think this is an okay call. They'll have their rock on the tee line there, just above tee, covered if they get the roll. I also don't mind a nose hit on this either. Kind of split the
I
house a bit.
That's what I'm thinking. If you get the roll too much, you're going to leave a fairly easy double and let Chris
Yeah.
off the hook.
Exactly.
But,
Ooh,
now, oh,
that's very unlucky. Very unlucky.
that's too bad. Again, no forgiveness down that line.
Okay, looks like Chris is calling for a draw just to the wing here, just on the 12-foot, probably at about the tee.
So they're going to try to put it somewhere where they are not leaving a double. It's a nice opportunity here for Team Granchelli. If they can place this one in a spot that can't be doubled out, they're in a good position to try to score two.
Looks like
That back one is behind the tee, so if Team Pugsley comes down to it, they may get forced. But
Okay, that's fine. Good throw, Todd.
Right, and that one didn't curl as much as we would have thought it would have on the inside out there. Those rocks usually tend to move quite a bit, but stayed rather straight.
and they're now looking to hit that rock and get a little roll to the inside. See if they can sit in front of that other blue rock and hopefully get a jam if Chris tries to play a hit.
Looks like they're liking the weight. Not on it yet. Now on it a bit for curl.
Still hanging out a bit.
Right. So they got the hit, but also their shooter rolls out of play. So we got pretty much the same setup here.
Opportunity again for Team Granchelli to get another one in the rings.
All right, same call for Todd. Maybe taking a bit less ice on this to see if it'll curl some more.
Yeah, it's always Kenny if you got to sweep.
Looks like they're okay with the weight. They're not sweeping it.
Keep talking to it, Todd.
Might be a bit deep again.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's consistency.
Yep, definitely consistent.
Give a shout out to the sponsor of Second End. McIntyre Chev is a gold sponsor of this event. They sell Chevs, Buick, and GMC vehicles. And they also sponsor our Wednesday night mixed league, with which we both play in. It's a wonderful league. So shout out to McIntyre Chev. Check them out. I think we have the same call here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the hit. Again, sweeping for curl. That line is definitely staying very straight. And a nice nose hit, little roll to the 4-foot. So St. FX are now sitting shot.
That's fine, too.
Right, we've got John Penny now throwing mate stones. Looks like we're going for the hit here. Remove that shot rock out of play.
Todd, it's going to be you.
Oh, I heard an uh-oh, and Todd's on it for curl.
Uh-oh is never good.
Todd.
Well, it's moving, though.
Oh, and totally clear out the house here.
Okay, so that was unfortunate luck there.
Okay, looks like St. FX are opting to bring another one into the house at top 4.
Gave her a little flick out there at the end, yeah. Feeling better, though. That one felt a little
Let's
better.
see what Chris does next with that rollout. If he wants to now try to blank this end, you'll see him hit this rock. Depending on where it goes, he may decide to try to freeze and see if he can generate a couple of points. Right,
This looks pretty good. Just sitting just behind the tee line there. And Chris is going to call another hit here for John Penny.
He's opting for the hit, which means he's hoping to possibly generate a miss out of the other team and then get an opportunity for 2, or he'll likely play for the blank.
Sweepers are on it hard here, Patty. Can they keep it straight? Looks good.
Yeah, it looks
Very
good.
good. Great shot.
That
Great shot.
was great sweeping there, because that started to move.
Good sweep, guys.
I think that might be one of the only rocks we saw move down that line.
Starting to feel a little better.
Yeah, and we're lucky that Todd and Kenny are great sweepers. They were able to hold that rock very straight.
Case of the wobbles. Need to have more.
All smiles out there on the ice, so that's great.
Yeah, great to see everybody having a good time here at the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel. That's our main goal.
It's been a great event so far.
Want everyone to have fun and have a good time.
And we've seen some really great curling already this weekend. Not surprisingly, the St. FX team is throwing the hit.
Okay, on it for curl.
Looks like they're going to roll out again.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are getting caught on that line there, Patty. Just not getting the curl that they're hoping for.
I think Chris is going to try to take advantage of that here and go out to the wings and hope that they might get lucky. And we're going to go over.
My idiosyncrasies, my little quirks.
So we're going to do a bit of an update here on what's going on some of the other sheets that we don't have live stream this morning. So Patty's going to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on sheet 1.
Oh, there's the there it is. We were waiting for the camera. So we have Team Guthrow and Team Keogh playing, and it looks like we just got. Oh, they're moving the rocks too quickly. Was it a score of 6? It looks like we just got a score of 6 for Team Guthrow.
All right, guys. You got it. You got it.
Okay, big end there on the Coastal Golf sheet.
That is a big end. But I will say, if you're going to give up a big end, do it early in the game, because they got lots of time to try to get those points back.
That's right. All right, now that was a pretty serious sweep there from Team Granchelli. I can't tell if that's in the rings or not.
They're hitting it. So
Oh, it must.
It looks like they probably think that it's in the rings.
Yeah, it must just be biting. It's a very, very good sweep from Team Granchelli.
I know.
Really putting the pressure on here.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't biting, I think they would probably opt to come behind it.
With lunch and dinner. These guys like it's a good release.
See what happens here. We may see Granchelli opt to blank this end to keep the hammer moving into end 3.
Like this might go back the whole way.
It's falling.
The way that he threw that.
It's looking pretty good. Oh, they're on it for curl. And it's hanging out a little bit.
He's getting a piece of.
Is he? Yeah.
Just. And try to put one that side.
No, we're throwing it through.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just want to.
All right, so sounds like they are going to opt to blank, carry the hammer forward into end 3, which is sponsored by Whale House, a brand new bistro that opened up in downtown Sydney on Wentworth Street. They offer delicious food from multiple cultures every day of the week. They have a mini market from 11 to 12 on weekends, and they have coffee from 8 to 2 daily. I actually was able to go to the Whale House this week, and I had one of their vanilla lattes, which was delicious.
That sounds wonderful.
And they make strawberry lattes. which I was hoping to try, but they only usually do those one day of the week. But would definitely recommend that you check out the Whale House.
She's straight there.
And there's the blank on the board.
Okay, we're going to be looking at doing another update on sheet 4, just to have a look at what's going on in one of our other games, where we have Team Refuse, which is the women's St. FX team, playing Team Williams, another all-women's team from Antigonish. Looks like Team Williams was just able to pick up 1 point there. So now we're sitting 2-1 for Team Refuse. Girl power.
Not good. Good for you. It's all right. Feeling all right this morning?
All right, back to our feature game. I didn't see the call, Liz. Are they going in the house or are they looking for a guard?
I honestly don't know. I was looking at sheet 4 there, so we'll just have
So
to
was
see
I.
what happens.
All right, we're going to find out with everyone else. Looks like they're taking it into the house. We're going to see Chris look for the hit and roll to the outside of the rings.
Probably easier this way.
So that's interesting, Liz. He was originally looking at rolling to the other side. I'm not sure. I heard him say that it's easier on this side. I'm not sure. Is that the line, do you think?
Could be the line, just where we've seen a lot of rocks kind of stay straight, not get the curl that we've been hoping for. And Kenny makes that very nicely. Does get the roll.
That was a nice
Great
shot.
shot.
Good sweep there, buddy. You made it move. Yeah.
Looks like St. FX will be looking for the hit and roll as well.
And they're going to try to roll back towards the center, hoping to keep the rocks around the center and either generate a force or a steal.
Good shot, though. Good shot, though. Yeah. Yeah, like the takeout weight is crazy. Like, even I'm finding it. Like, you don't need much at all.
Okay.
There it goes. Is this one? This one looks like it's curling a little. The line looks real nice.
Yeah, it looks very good.
It's starting to go.
Starting to move.
Yeah, that jumped a lot.
I think it's still going to be pretty good. The sweepers were on it, and they got the roll back to the center. Just
that was
sitting
a
top
very,
4.
Very nice shot. I think they made the right weight call on that one.
Agree. That was very well managed by the
very
sweepers as well.
The problem with playing up weight on ice, where you're getting a lot of rocks running straight or falling, is that you lose shooters.
Okay,
And
we've
they're on
got
this quick.
we've got the sweepers on it, going
That
hard.
one's real. That is really going. Oh wow, do they have it? They might have it. They got a piece of it. Oh, that was good sweeping. That started moving real quick.
Is tired yet?
Yeah.
But still smiles and laughter out there, so that's great.
What's your first name? Logan. We did, yeah. It takes a few times for me to remember names. Yeah. Chris.
All right, and I think we're going to do an update here on sheet 3. Don McCuspick is doing a draw here. He's throwing blue stones.
How'd you do it, AUS?
Is it a draw for 2? Or is it a draw for 1? What do we think, Patty?
It looks like a draw for two.
Draw
From
for two?
here,
Okay.
if the camera is right over directly over the rings, it looks like blue is out counting that red. And if they're drawing, I suspect they think that too.
Okay.
So we'll see. Their drover is currently winning 3-0. So this is a big draw to keep it to a 1-point game.
Yeah, would be nice to put a 2 on the board.
So
We
they're,
have
they're going on it.
we have the
They're-
guys
they're
sweeping a
sweeping.
lot
They're sweeping
here.
pretty hard.
Might
It looks
look
like they're giving up.
light.
It's,
Ooh.
yeah, it's a bit light. So it's going to
Okay.
be score of 1 for McCuskey. Now 3-1 for Team Drover. Back to our sheet. What's going on in our sheet over here?
All right, so St. FX is sitting 1 here. They have a rock in the rings, and they're looks like they're opting to bring another rock into the rings just to sit
Little less, buddy.
just at the top of the house.
Stuff, eh?
I think they're going to try to put it in the rings, but also guard their back red. They're not going to want these too close together.
Ooh, it looks like it might be a little deeper than they had originally thought.
So they're
Are they setting up a double here?
I think they're going to leave a double. Chris is not calling for the double though. Looks like he's calling for the nose hit on that front red.
Okay.
It's all right.
He
Right.
probably
It's gonna be you,
doesn't
Kenny,
mind
I
that
think.
back red.
Kenny.
Hanging out.
Kenny. Yeah.
All right, Kenny on it
Hard,
for
Kenny.
curl.
Hard, buddy. You got it.
Come on, get over.
Looks pretty good. Just gonna roll
Good shot, Todd.
just out of the rings.
Quite a few rocks that we're seeing are hanging, and they're trying to use the sweepers and move them over, and they are moving. The sweepers have been incredibly effective, but the ice is not very forgiving. They're going to try this shot again. See, it looks like they've taken a touch more ice. The line looks pretty good. Let's see where this one lands. Sweepers aren't touching it.
Yep, they must like how it's looking. Staying very close, but they haven't been on the rock yet.
So interesting. I think they did take more ice that time, but it curled quite a ways. What do you think Chris is going to do here? He's calling the double.
Looks like, yeah, the rocks are lined up very nicely here. I think they at least have to attempt this double. John, very experienced curler, used to throwing these types of shots. So we'll see what happens here. He's taking a big slide. Line looks good.
Close out. Kenny.
If they
Kenny-
hit those two rocks anywhere in the middle, they should get both of them.
Yep, Kenny on it for curl.
Okay, that's fine. Good
Looks
shot.
like he's
That'll go. That'll go.
Gonna get the 2 of them. Great
That's a
shot.
shot.
Almost, yeah.
Very clean ends we've seen here so far, Patty.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of rocks in play. Been more of a hitting game.
And I wonder if that's intentional because as I think the call from Team Pugsley to go into the house every end has kept it open. I'm not sure if, I don't know if that's how they typically play or if they're playing that way against Team Granchelli because they are very experienced.
Yes.
But I'm sure at some point we're going to see one of the teams put up some guards and try to get some rocks in play to generate some points.
For sure. Yep. Right, this looks very good just for a nose hit here. Got a bit of a roll.
So is Chris going to play the hit here or is he going to draw down to it? What do you think?
I think he's probably going to stay with the hitting game for this end. Maybe looking to try to generate more points with his hammer, try and generate 2. So probably opting to keep it pretty clean for this end.
Okay, Kenny. Okay, that's good.
Always nice to hear some laughs out there.
There's been a lot of laughter out there this morning.
Nice to keep it light, make sure everybody's having a good time. Want to make your shots, but they're a good group of friends, so it's great to hear that they're having a good time and
That's what we're all here
enjoying
for.
each
That's why we
other's
all play.
company.
I just wanted to get it over there. I'm curious to see what it does. Mine curls. I had just normal, which is about what I wanted to throw. But
So we're going to see the hit again. Didn't see if they were looking to get the roll. They might be looking to get the roll towards the center because they're probably going to want to make it as hard as possible for Chris to blank.
On this sheet is tough, right? Unless the boys are practicing.
We'll go for it a little bit on next
But
end.
no, I mean,
fourth
there's
end.
still, we got to play the game that's given to us, but it'd be nice to get back to that, right?
This is looking pretty good, Liz. Oh, looks like they're going
Yeah,
to
it
start
does look
sweeping
good.
for
It
curl.
doesn't have a ton of weight, though, so it is curling over here. Looks like now they're on it to keep it straight. Oh, wow.
That's too bad. That really jumped at the end.
That must have picked because the weight seemed to really come off that rock as well.
That's too bad. There's now an opportunity for Team Granchelli if they can hit this rock and leave their shooter somewhere where there's no double. They're in a pretty good position to score 2.
Yeah, I think so. Like,
I mean, even we rolled here.
you could, but it leaves them a pocket. But
Right?
But yeah,
Better than, yeah, okay.
yeah, it shouldn't. I think.
So you can hear the discussion. They're worried about leaving a pocket for Team Pugsley to draw down to.
Okay, and we have an update here for sheet 2. It looks like Team Guthrow scored
Sheet
another 2 points.
Sheet 1.
Sorry, sheet 1. Kevin Guthrow scored another 2 points, so the score is 8-1 now against Keogh.
I don't want that. Yeah. It'll be good control to easy normal, I guess. Yeah.
So Chris is throwing the hit, and he's going to be looking for a roll so that these rocks aren't grouped, but he also wants to be careful not to jam on his blue.
They sweep in to keep it straight here.
They
Are they going to
really-
get caught the
Oh,
same way
they-
St.
they
Avex
really
did
jump at
there
the
with
end.
the big curl?
I think so.
Wow, that rock really curled after it crossed the hog line. Was looking very good. You can hear Chris saying, "Wow, did it ever rip over?"
Sorry, guys. I never saw that happening. Wow.
I don't know.
Is that a recurl?
It was late.
Okay, so last rock here for St. Avex. Chris does have hammer, so what do you think they're going to be looking to do here, Patty? Like they're sitting 1. Where are they going to position this rock?
That's a good question. I think they were looking at potentially putting it on the other side of the house.
I didn't think it was
If they separate the rocks enough that there's no double, then they have a good opportunity to force. Right now, but they've changed their call, and looks like they're throwing the other side. With that ice, though, it looks like they're probably trying to keep it in the center.
I think so. That's quite a bit of ice. Almost looks like ice for a draw.
And we didn't hear what they were talking about, but my guess is that they're probably looking to draw, but draw just deep enough so that if Chris hits this rock, they wouldn't be shot. I'd say they're trying to force Chris to make a good draw for his 1 point.
touch more on it, it would have been fine.
Okay, and the sweepers are on it right out of his hand.
They need this in the rings for second shot.
And they're still hard on the sweeping here.
It looks it's looking pretty good.
Looks very good.
They need almost a bite of the 8. So
All right.
so that's a great shot.
I'll throw a bit more weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're opting to play the hit on that outside red.
Okay, so same shot Chris had just thrown.
Misread the ice, guys. Sorry. I didn't think that was going to curl.
Sweepers are
didn't
probably going to
wanna overthrow it. I didn't wanna-
stay close on this one because we
Absolutely.
saw his last
They don't want-
one.
They don't want to be caught on that. I'd say St. FX is happy with this call because we've seen a couple of rocks jump at the end. But they're getting the force here, so they're going to be happy either way.
Yes, Kenny. Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, they're staying close.
Yep. Yep.
It looks good, but
Yep,
it's going to
looks
move
very good.
here. It's moving a lot
Ooh.
again.
Yep.
Here it goes. They're good. Did it stop in time?
Right.
Did
Ooh,
it stop in
very
time?
close.
Very close. Oh, it's hard to tell from here. They're looking at it. Not sure where the camera is in relation to the center of the rings, but it is very close. Suspect they're going to throw the stick on it. Doesn't look like either of them is confident who is shot here, so we might be seeing a measure.
Yeah, it looks like Todd is pointing at the measuring stick on the wall there. So,
All right, let's take that.
Definitely-
Who do you think it is?
it looks like it's red to me, but it's very, very close.
It is
It
it's
just
very
all depends
close.
on the camera angle. We're going to take a quick update here on sheet 4, Team Rayfuse and Team Williams. We have Team Rayfuse here throwing their blue rock. Team Williams with red rock sitting 3 right now. And this is the last stone. We have the sweepers on it here from St. FX. Need to be on the button here to score. Ooh, and a great
What a
shot.
beautiful shot.
Whoa, what a great shot. That was
a
very
great
well
shot.
managed. And a great shot there to score 1 for St. FX girls, Team Rayfuse.
So we have the measure happening over on sheet 2.
Yeah, really close, yeah. But
So it was very
misreading the ice.
close. Did you
Yeah.
see them indicate which
Yeah, at least we
was
got
shot?
it, I guess.
oh, I forgot to mark the blank.
Oh, well, it looks like
We blanked the
blue
second, right?
is getting ready to throw, so
Yeah. Caught in the spot
Okay.
where I never
Good thing
thought
we
it would
didn't
curl, and
bet
I'm
any
blue.
money on
Curling
that,
crazy.
Patty.
1 and a third.
Chris is very excited there. You see
Chris
the
is
broom in
happy.
the air. Got the 1.
Where
All
do you
right,
want
and
it?
this is a very exciting end here, Patty. The 4th end. It is sponsored by the Lakes Resort. So in this end, if a team scores 4 or more points, each member of the team will get a pass to play 18 holes at the beautiful Lakes Resort in Benyon. It's one of the best golf courses in Cape Breton, and we're very fortunate to have the golf pro from the Lakes be a member of the Sydney Curling Club, Wes Stanford.
Wow.
He plays with Team Ryan Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's an opportunity that some teams may be looking at if they're golfers, maybe looking to generate
Weird.
some points in the 4th end, put some rocks in play, maybe put up some guards, try to get at least 4 points in the 4th end so that they can go golfing with their curling team. Are you a golfer, Patty?
I golf. I'm not sure I'd consider myself a golfer.
Well, if you golf, I think you're a golfer.
Well, that's debatable, I think, Liz. I do love to go to the golf course and hit a few balls, and had the opportunity this summer to take some lessons from Wes.
Oh,
And
wow.
he knows what he's talking about. He is absolutely fantastic. If you're looking to improve your game, head out to the lakes and see Wes. He explains things incredibly well. I can now connect with the ball, which that's an improvement on my golf game.
That's key. That's key. I also just like going in the golf cart.
I
Going
do
for a
too.
drive.
Yeah, that's fun. Not gonna lie, I do like when the drink cart comes around.
Yep, that's good as well. Okay, we can hear Chris calling the sweepers on hard.
He's saying whoa. It's whenever Kevin says whoa.
I think there might have been a little bit of a miscommunication, or maybe there were people yelling on other sheets and they couldn't hear. So the first rock of this end being hogged has probably changed the type of end that we're going to see, because we're seeing a fairly open house again.
Yeah, will we move into a hitting game again for this end?
It looks like it.
All right, and on it, to keep the rock straight, right out of his hand. Looks like it's curling quite a bit.
Curling.
I think it may be
Yeah,
gone here.
It's by. So opportunity here to try to put another rock in the rings, and they'll be hoping to put it somewhere where they might be able to get a force.
Are we maybe seeing teams overcompensating now? We saw a lot of rocks hanging out, but now we're seeing them really curling. Is that, or do you think teams might be changing the ice that they're taking, or the way that they're throwing the rocks there, just scared that it's not going to curl, and then we're seeing it go the other way where it's over curling?
I think so. I think they're reading the ice well, because they're seeing what's happening with them, and they seem to be throwing a little less weight on their hits, which is great, because then they're able to we've seen that with a couple of rocks, that they've been able to manage it with the sweepers down the ice. But once they hit the curl, then they're really moving.
All right, we have an update on sheet 3 here. Patty, do you want to update us on what's going on here with Team Drover and Team McCuspic?
Absolutely. So I can't see the rock that's being thrown, but right now we have blue sitting 2, and Drover is up 3-1, and Drover just drew to the button for another point. So it's now going to be 4-1 for Team Drover over on sheet 3.
That was a great draw by Thomas Drover there. Right to the button.
Our former coached our team last year, and husband of the lovely Nadine Drover, who plays third with our team.
Morning. I just wondered if I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, this way, we wanted to come this way a lot.
So we're seeing a hit here. Are they going to try to get the roll underneath, or they were going to want to leave this open?
Looks like it needs to curl a bit here.
It does, but I think what I like about what the team is doing is they've changed their weight choice on the hits, so they're not the rocks will move a little bit, and they're going to be able to keep their shooter.
Okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah, we've definitely seen the teams adjust a bit. The ice is pretty quick, which we know from our game. We played on this sheet just the draw before this one, and definitely was up to speed right away. The rocks were moving very nicely.
I think Team Granchelli is trying to get the roll underneath, but
Okay.
they rolled a little further, so they tried to take it as far as they can, so that Pugsley can't play the hit and roll as easily. they are calling for the hit and roll underneath. And it looks like he's calling for normal weight, so you might see a little more speed on this rock than we saw in the last one. But this is a different turn than we've seen as well.
True. Yep.
And from our game earlier, this turn definitely moved.
Yeah, and we see the sweeper on it.
It's looking pretty
Right
good.
away. It does look very good. Is he going to get the roll? Gets the hits.
Gets nose.
No roll, but that's okay.
I think you'll see Chris now try to make that roll.
Is normal.
For Team Granchelli, where that rock stayed nose is helpful for them, because now if they get the roll under, they should still be sitting on top of the tee line, I think.
Whoa. Todd.
This one needs to curl a little bit.
Hard, Todd.
It's starting to go.
Yeah.
Hard, buddy.
See if they get it.
All right, we got a piece.
So they got a piece of the rock, but they lose their shooter.
All right, so it looks like each team just has their mate and skip stones left, so 4 rocks for each team. We're going to have to see these rocks go into the rings if anyone wants to go golfing this end.
I think we're running out of rocks to see anybody get to the lakes in this game, but you never know. Is that Chris whistling again?
I think so.
Oh, he's really good at whistling. We didn't have that in the fact sheet.
I think we might need to add it.
I think so. Wonder if he takes requests.
Yeah, we'll have to check in with him after the game. All right, this is looking pretty nice. Sweepers are on it. I think it's past the front guard here, coming in.
Oh, they're going to try to bury it. They're going to keep it going as far as they can, see if they can get it under. It's not fully buried, but they did get a piece tucked underneath.
Piece tucked underneath, but I think John can still probably see at least half of that rock peeking out from behind the guard.
They can. The nice thing for St. FX is that they probably aren't going to get underneath. And Chris is not calling to get underneath that front blue. They're going to try to roll to the outside. And he's called for board weight, so it's a little bit less weight, and they should have some good control over the movement of this rock. They're not getting on it yet.
Okay, sweepers are on it. Looks
It
like
looks
the
like they're
rock
on the guard.
is moving a lot now.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That rock really
That
curled.
really went.
They're going to be tapping their blue in.
Okay.
All right, so not a super unfortunate turn of events there. Not what they were calling, but we're still able to move the rocks around a bit.
A little bit of an opportunity here for St. FX. They're talking about where they want to hit this rock and where they want to roll. Looks like they're going to try to get the roll underneath that blue up front. And they're taking a different turn than they have been playing. Do you think that's intentional because they're concerned about the line hanging out?
I think so, yeah. I think we saw this on the last rock they threw as well. They opted for the inside out turn.
Yeah.
And it ended up working out for them. So I think that's why they may know the center line a little bit better. Where a lot, the sweeper is on it.
It's a great shot.
Very good shot.
That was they need to thank their sweeper on that one, because that was a fantastic result.
Yeah, not what they called, but worked out very well in the end. They're now sitting 2.
They're sitting 2 with hammer, and there's no double. Now that red in the middle is back far enough that I think you can see Chris try to draw down to it. But if it's not frozen, there's a potential that St. FX is going to have a tap for 3. or I should say a tap to be sitting 3. That wasn't whistling that time. But
No, no. Maybe the mood has changed a little bit here.
maybe a little, just a touch of frustration from that last shot. But I don't think it'll last long. We don't really see that out of Chris. He's pretty calm on the ice.
Yeah, for sure. All right, sweepers are on it here. It's hanging out. Still needs to curl quite a bit.
Should come here at the end because the weight's looking really good.
All right, curling now. Looking very
like
good.
a real nice shot. If they can get
Very
it over a little
good.
further. Okay, so they didn't get over quite enough. So
Just doesn't curl much. But the
if
good
St.
news is
Effects
that
can get the
it's really easy to hit that on the
roll
outside
underneath,
and
which is
jam
what
it
they're
into
calling,
jam it into theirs.
Chris is going to have a tough shot to try to keep them from scoring at least 2.
Shoot.
Better there than deep, though, because
Gotcha.
because
Yep.
there is that possibility, right? So
Yeah, and John's right there. Better at the top of the 4-foot than deep. Now, St. FX is forced to make that that hit and roll rather than have some backing, something to draw down to here. So,
Absolutely, and if they do get the roll and it rolls over underneath, fully buried, Chris should still have a freeze on that back red.
yes, exactly. Yep.
So they're not. I don't think they're terribly unhappy about where this rock landed. So this one, this is looking pretty good. They're on it for line. They have it. They got the
Good shot.
That's a real nice shot. So they roll. That's actually a perfect roll because I don't think you're going to see
end up
Chris play the
open, you're
freeze.
giving
There's no
up too
way
many,
to
right?
freeze down and
I like.
without it being open for Team Pugsley to hit.
Yeah. No, that was a
We were right there.
that was a really, really good shot. Well managed by the
What do you think,
sweepers.
though?
Got the roll right underneath
You don't wanna try the run?
guard, and it's making Team Granchelli think about a couple of options here.
Oh yeah, no.
So
no.
they're debating
We're not fully
between
buried,
playing the
he's hitting out
run
for 4.
and
No, but if you're top button, Johnny, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, true. Okay, same.
so they were talking about playing
wanna
the
be
run
just
on that
inside,
front
eh?
blue.
Yeah.
They've decided not to play that run double. They're now going to play the draw.
I don't know if it's ever going to curl enough.
They're
But if
hoping to get
we're-
frozen. The conversation that
we're
they were
like right
having is that
here,
if they
well,
leave it
on this side,
open, there's going to be a shot for
It's
4.
pretty hard to get rid of. Either that,
If they
like,
make
we
this
play the run
perfect,
double, we probably hit
They're
for 3.
they may
Or draw
steal.
for well, I'm going to hit for 3. So,
You can hear them talking about it, and I think there's a risk with either shot. So they're trying to decide which shot they're more comfortable with. Chris just threw this draw, so
Right.
he's going to be pretty confident in the weight. So they're not jumping it.
No.
Looks like they're
They're
feeling okay about the line.
Staying close, staying line is good.
Line's good.
whoa!
Seem to like the weight.
Needs to curl a bit.
I think it's going to be a bit deeper than the last.
And it just didn't come. The weight was perfect, but it just didn't come over enough, which I think
No.
was the concern that they were talking about in throwing that draw, because the weight couldn't have been better. It just needed to be about 6 inches further over.
This doesn't curl.
Chris is saying it just doesn't curl. Yeah, those two rocks there just didn't move over the way he was hoping they would.
No. Especially with that weight. When
Yeah.
you're throwing draw weight, usually you'll see quite a bit more curl than we saw there, than we've seen this game.
Yeah. And our ice here, especially when the weight comes off, we usually see quite a bit of curl at the
Yes.
at the finish, but just didn't see that there. So Saint FX is going to hit for potential 4.
Yeah, right. Great course too. Yeah.
All right, we got lots of ends left.
Sounds like they're talking about golfing out there. Are they?
I'm not sure, but it sounds like they're having a nice chat.
Okay, sweepers on it. Looks pretty good coming in
nice.
here.
4 in the 4th.
All right, 4 in the 4th
Well done.
on sheet 2. Do you know what that means, Patty?
I think that means that they are going to golf at the lakes.
Nice job.
Is that the first one we've seen here on the live stream? The first
That's
4 in
the
the 4th
First 4 in the 4th.
for the
well
Saint FX
done.
boys. They're excited. They're already making their plans for
They
their summer.
Are they golfers? Do we know? They are now.
They are now.
For time to get it, that's it, eh? 4th end.
Okay, our sponsors are McIntyre Chev, Mercer Fuels, Marine Atlantic, Destination Cape Breton, and the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, and also the Whale House Cafe, and the Lakes Resort,
New game, yeah. Down 4.
and Olympic Shoe Repair.
Chris is golfing already. What? Golfing already, Chris. Swinging his
More sponsors than I thought. It's impressive.
Well, they got that. Now we got to win. You can't lose this game.
I play the run. You probably you don't have a chance for 3 or for 4. So, and the draw is my best chance. Yeah. No. Just doesn't curl.
Look at it. No ice.
And my release isn't set up for that. I can't get that outturn to curl there. Like,
Right, so heading into the 5th end here. Our 5th end is sponsored by Olympic Shoe Repair.
Yeah, they had a tough time with the ice, I think.
They do skate sharpening and have over 50 years of experience with that. They also sell fireworks if you're ever looking for any fireworks. And they've been open since 1963, which is an interesting stat. And there are 2 or 3 actually, three people from Olympic Shoe Repair, or owners of Olympic Shoe Repair, that the curl at the Sydney Curling Club. We have the Exodus family, Thomas, Peter, and their father, George.
Come on, bite. Bite. Bite.
big guards.
I know.
Okay, Ken.
Okay, looks like Saint FX are calling for just top 8 here. One rock sitting at the back of the house, just looking to probably guard that, but also want to have that rock in play.
So they're on this early. Looks like they're going to try to drag it as far as they can.
Yeah, they're really dragging this
They're
rock.
really- yeah,
Very
they-
good sweep
That
here.
was a great sweep.
And that looks exactly what they called. Exactly what the skip was looking for there.
So Chris is now looking for a corner guard with that score of 4 in the last
hope so.
end. We're going to see some guards go up and some rocks in play to try to generate a few
We
points
want
here.
it here. We don't want it in.
No.
You can hear Chris is saying that they
You're good,
don't
Todd.
want
You're
that
good.
rock
You're good.
in.
Easy. Hi, boy.
He's happy with that. The weight was great. I think it's pretty well exactly where he asked for it. And St. FX has 2 rocks in the rings already, so they're going to put up another rock in the middle. They're going to try to put a guard out front. They're yelling 2 from what I can hear, so that they think that it's a guard and it's about halfway between the hog line and the house. Looks like it's curling over fairly well. That's a nice shot. That's pretty much exactly where they wanted to put it. So Chris is now looking at where to put his rock. It looks like he's looking at whether to come behind those reds or to come behind his corner guard. And he's choosing to play in the center. There's a lot of space there to get a rock in behind those two reds in the front.
Okay, it's going to be yours, Kenny.
Oh, they're sweeping hard. Looks like this rock is moving a lot. I think they're on that front red.
Okay. What'd you stop it for?
Center line.
Yeah, but we're 5 rocks.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Discussion there about whether they were allowed to take that guard off of the center line, but we're far enough into the end that there was no issue with moving that one. So that just over curled, and they bumped that red guard up. They're probably not thrilled with that outcome because it's now in the way of drawing behind their corner guard. And you're going to see St. FX here trying to get in behind.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Patty.
I was just going to say, it looks like this one is hanging out a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't get quite as far as they were hoping for. A lot going on here. We're going to do an update on sheet 3. Team McCuspic, they are throwing blue rocks. Looks like they're going to try to do a run back here. We have Thomas Drover sitting at least 2, looks like 2, and they're going to try to run their blue back to hit that red just on the button.
Looks like they may be. Looks like Thomas may be sitting 3.
Ooh,
there,
yes.
Actually, there's that red one out in the wings. That's a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
So it's a big shot over here.
This looks like the weight's down a bit here.
It's a bit light.
For a run back. Might tap the blue in a bit, but I think you're right. Yeah, I think Drover's still sitting the 3. Missed that third rock. The
it was
mate
hard
was
to see from the angle, yes.
standing in front of it there. But yeah, it looks like
Looks like
Drover's
it's
going to
great.
pick up another 3 points.
So it's 7-1. Back on our sheet, there's a lot of rocks out front, which I would say Team Pugsley is pretty happy with this setup right now. Chris is going to have to move some rocks out of the way in order to score at this point. So I think we'll probably, at this point in the end, we might start seeing some hits.
The hole is there, just it's tough. Yeah. I think your weight was good.
I didn't hear the call, Liz, but are they looking to bump their red?
I think that's the call. Yep. I think they just want to tap that red into the house.
I really like that call because they'll put another red in the rings in a spot that's pretty tough to get out, and they're also going to leave that draw path
Yep.
covered.
And they're sitting 2 right now. Looking
Looks-
pretty good here to bring that in.
Like it's over curling.
Ooh. So they do bring another red into play here, but not what they were hoping for. They were hoping to not curl quite as much and bring the red closer to the 4-foot. Sounds like we have a game finishing up here. The game on sheet 3, Team McCuspic versus Team Drover. We had a shake. Team Drover was the winner of that with a score of 7-1.
Yeah, stay close. Stay close. Yeah, gotta go. Gotta go, yeah.
Hard, Todd.
All right, really calling for the sweepers on here. I suspect it may be light and also over curling a bit. So sweepers are still on it. Looks like it's going to get to the top 12. Just not quite the weight they needed there for that draw.
And it looks like the St. FX team is now going to try to come in behind. So they're going to try the same draw, see if they can sneak in past all those rocks up front. Get one buried here.
And it looks like if they get that in there, Patty, they're sitting 1, 2, and 3 currently. Would really be putting the pressure on Team Granchelli to bring another one into the house.
And I think the way that this side or this spot seems to be curling, if they do get underneath those front rocks, it's going to be pretty tough for Chris to get it out. And now with the rock that Team Granchelli just threw, it looks like it's coming up light.
Yeah, so this one just kind of behaving the same way that we saw Team Granchelli's rock go, just light and over curled a bit.
So a bit of an opportunity here because they just threw this, so they should be fairly confident in the line and the weight.
They don't wait for it out there, right? Wait for it to start to move.
They're talking about the line here. Looks pretty good.
Right, yeah, looks good out of John's hand.
they're
They're
saying
unsure
it's
about
up.
weight here. They might think the weight's up a bit.
Kenny, no, Todd.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. We're past.
They
So they were
might
they're-
just be up. They were
Oh, boy.
thinking if they kept it straight, they might have been able to tick off that red rock there, but just a little heavy, and sometimes hard to adjust. He was a little light on his first, and it over curled, so wanted to take the weight up a bit, but
and they
just a little
definitely
too much.
they didn't want another rock up front that time. So he definitely he definitely didn't want to be light when he threw it. But now St. FX gets a chance again. A lot of rocks in play this time.
yeah, definitely different than our first few ends here, where there were hardly any rocks in play. Very clean ends, but now we've got a lot of guards up front and also lots of rocks in the rings.
I think I'm still shocked about that 4 in the 4th because the end started out so open.
I agree. I thought they were running out of rocks. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think anyone was going to get that pass, but very nice to see the St. FX boys come through and get those passes for the Lakes.
Because you can throw it hard and
Right, this one looks like it needs to curl a bit. Starting to move
Look at
now.
It's looking pretty good though. It's coming over.
Yeah, really moving.
The weight looks great.
Ooh,
Oh, okay,
just
came
waited a
over.
little long on that.
I don't think they mind that though
No.
because they're blocking the draw path.
or it's just a straight
There,
draw.
I think if
That's
you're St.
true.
FX right now, you're pretty comfortable with this setup.
Yep, sitting 3. So
Or we go here.
So
definitely
they're-
okay with that.
they're Chris is now looking at what options they have available.
You'd be better off trying way out.
Let's try this. This will open it up.
Just going to do an update here on sheet 4, which is Team Ray Fuse from St. F.X. and Team Williams from Antigonish. We have Williams throwing red rocks here. And
That's an interesting
this is
looking
going to
end.
be the last rock for Williams. Looks like Williams may be sitting 1. Definitely surrounded by a lot of blue rocks here. I'm not sure what the call is.
They
Oh,
somebody's
okay.
saying that they threw it away, so they're gonna take their 1.
Take the 1. Just from looking at that, without seeing the full end, it looked like there were a lot of blue at the top of the
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
Not sure how you would have gotten another rock in there to score. So probably the right choice there. So now we have a score of 4-2 for
4-2.
Team Rayfuse, just at coming into the 6th end.
And that was probably the smart call, because it may have gone wrong if you try to get in there. But I definitely would like to have seen how the end got to that point. So we've got looks like Chris is trying to play a raise on his own, an angle raise on his own. They're on it for line. Sounds like they like the weight. This is looking pretty close.
Yep, this
Wow.
looks good.
Wow.
Looks
That
good.
looks real close. Oh, it overcurled. You're gonna get. That was a nice try.
Right. Chris, not too happy about that. Very good attempt, though. Just lost it right at the end. Was looking good the whole way down the sheet.
Thought we were fine. Never thought it would curl out. I heard at the end.
No. Need a little more, I think, buddy.
A little more weight, but even
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
So they're talking about that shot, and they were expecting it to stay a
was
little
way easier.
straighter.
Yeah, that was just beautiful last night.
Feel like it's heavier today too.
Well, we're just saying that. We're saying a little bit. Yeah.
Because that should have been that should have been hack weight out of my hand. Easy.
Sounds like they're still discussing the weight on that, Patty. Maybe got a little fooled on that. They thought it was
We get
hack weight and
we can get here, right?
ended up just being light.
And I will say that the sweeper from this end, it did look like there was.
I'm not sure. It looks like they may be opting for that.
With that ice, it looks like.
Trying to get it to curl a bit here. It's definitely hanging out.
Oh, it's coming over there now.
Coming over. Is it going to curl enough though? No, and it opens things up here. So we may have a draw path here that Chris can take advantage of. Still a lot of rocks there, but
It's going to move quite a bit once it gets past the hog line. But they were also looking at angles on some of those front rocks, so I don't know if they think there's something else there.
No, less than that, Johnny. Even less, Johnny.
Okay, now
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
hear
Okay.
what they're saying.
Where do you think that would have ended up? Where do you think my rock would have ended up? So back house. Okay. Yeah. It's really just line, trying to figure out the line. Be really close for names.
okay, so it sounds like Chris liked his weight from his first rock. It's just figuring out the line. So gonna have the sweepers probably pretty close here on this one.
Close. Yep.
We're close.
Looks
Not
like they're
Kenny.
pretty. Looks like
Okay,
they're
you're
pretty happy.
good. Line's
We're good.
good.
Stay
Line's
close.
good.
Yeah, Todd.
Okay, calling Todd on to keep it straight.
Hurt. Stay on
Todd
it.
for line. Looks very good.
Looks like it's
Oh, just
Yep.
a little
Oh,
tick, but I
okay.
think it's going to
Tap.
be okay. And he gets the full
Yes.
8-foot.
great shot.
Great shot, well
That is a
managed
great
by the
shot.
sweepers. And they'll put a 1 on the board.
That wasn't an easy shot.
Not easy.
I think they were fairly confident, having seen a few rocks come down that line, and with the first rock that Chris threw. But that wasn't an easy port to get through on this ice right now.
Lots of guards here. Lots of draws. Yeah. Stealing 3.
All right, so heading into the 6th end, who's our sponsor for the 6th end, Patty?
Our sponsor for N6 is Marine Atlantic.
Oh, and do you know anything about Marine Atlantic?
I'm a little familiar with Marine Atlantic. Marine Atlantic operates the ferry service from Newfoundland to Nova Scotia, and as a proud Newfoundlander, I have been on the Marine Atlantic ferries for a very long time. I also work for Marine Atlantic. It is a wonderful place to work. We have a lot of really great people. But if you haven't been to Newfoundland, you need to go, and you need to really enjoy the Marine Atlantic ferries. We also have recently a new ferry that came into service, Yalasunu, and it is absolutely beautiful. Liz?
I've heard that. I've
Yes.
heard that.
You went to Newfoundland for the first time recently, right?
I went to Newfoundland for my very first time in September, and I can't wait to go back. Already thinking about my next trip.
I think we should go curl in Newfoundland. What do you think?
Definitely, I agree. I think that would be great.
Any of our friends at the Port Bass Curling Club watching this game, I wonder? We're coming over to play. So we've got a center guard out front here. Chris may be looking to try to steal this end.
Okay, this looks like a very nice shot here from St. Avex. Just sitting top 4. Probably would have liked if it had gotten a bit under cover, but very good shot. Looks like Chris is looking for a guard.
He's putting up a second guard, which means he probably is gonna play for a steal this end.
Yeah, just looking at the scoreboard here, it looks like Chris is going to need to put some more points up there, just coming into the 6th end.
Easy, we got room. We got room.
St. Avex up 5-2.
Oh, looks like we're sliding, though. Are we freezing? Play the freeze then.
I think this is going to be a little deeper than what they had wanted.
So they're going to try to drag it down to that rock so that there's no hit for St. FX.
Okay, very good shot. Looks like we have handshakes over on sheet 1. Team Kenny Keogh and Kevin Guthrow. Kevin Guthrow taking the win on sheet 1.
St. FX now drawing down to that blue rock that Team Granchelli just threw. And they're sweeping it early. The line looks good, so they must think they need it for weight, although they're off it now.
Okay. Looks like Chris is just going to want to sit right on top of that red here. Maybe save some hits for later in the end. Just position himself well at the start of the end.
How much?
A little light.
So
Always Johnny.
they're saying it's a little light. They're
Little light.
sweeping it to try.
It can be Kenny now. Kenny.
Can you
Looks
hard?
like they're trying to get some movement. Now they're gonna keep it straight.
Hard.
Right. It's curling quite a bit here.
It
A little bit more than they
It
had
is, but
thought.
It looks
Don't pump it too
looks
much.
pretty good.
Good.
Okay.
Yep.
They're not unhappy with that. I think they would have liked to keep it a little straighter because they didn't really want to move their other blue rock. It was sitting in front of a red and probably removable by the other team.
Jesus. Thanks.
But not a bad setup here. Looks like St. FX might be trying to get rid of some of these blue that were just put in play. Can they get rid of both? Will they be able to hit and roll on this, and maybe get rid of both?
I don't think the double is there. I think the double is too flat. I can't quite see it from where I am, but
Nice shot.
that was a nice shot.
Great shot.
Clearly, I was wrong.
We got a lot of curling.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to deal. They have to deal with some of the rocks that are in the house.
Definitely.
Now this one's hanging out.
Hard, buddy.
This one really needs to move. Might get to the back red.
They got a piece of the back red, but they're not going to get it out of the rings. So St. FX is just going to try to guard those rocks now. And a little bit of work to do here for Team Granchelli because those red rocks, even if they're not guarded, I don't think they're easily doubled.
Ooh, if it was me, it was getting cold out here. It is, isn't it? Way warmer.
So they're going to
last
try
night.
to.
That's why the ice was better.
Trying to move it a little bit or wait for it to curl.
Yeah.
Starting to come over now. Looks nice.
Looks pretty good. Probably, yeah, touch deeper than they wanted. It does the job.
I think we got a nose.
Nose, yeah.
Right, so Chris is
Normal
calling
right.
for a
Try to click
nose
one of
hit
them.
here on that red that St. FX just put up at the top of the house.
We don't need to eliminate rocks. We just need to move them.
Yeah.
So you can hear what he's saying. They don't care about getting rid of rocks. They need to move them around so that they can try to find somewhere to put one of theirs in to score. So they're still going to try to get themselves set up for a steal here. I think if they hit this one nose, they probably do lose two of those reds, but they.
Hard dot.
They're staying close. Move some red. Okay,
So that's not a bad outcome. I think they'll be happy with that.
yeah, I agree. I think the mission was accomplished there. They just wanted to move some things around, get a bit of a different setup in the house, and that's definitely what happened. So I think they're going to be happy with that.
They still have their center guard, so and they have a few rocks left. So they may still have an opportunity to get something in here good. If you're Team St. FX, what are you doing here?
Looks like they might be opting to put up another guard. Is that the call, Patty?
That's what it looked like. I think they are trying to come into the rings,
Okay.
but it looked like they were pointing to maybe just biting the 12.
They have hammer here in this sixth end. They're sitting 3 right now. I don't know. If you called me to peel the guard, I might. If you wanted me to, you're the skipper.
I think
It
that,
might
like,
be a little light.
Okay.
That side is flat, eh?
Are you talking about the rock or you? Yeah. It's our best chance at curls, so, yeah.
I knew better than that, too. I should have thrown more, but I didn't want to blow through.
So it looks like they're making the same call here. I think they're going to try to guard this side. Chris is going to have the same draw that they just tried on the other side. If they make it good, it may be difficult to get rid of.
That line is still there. You just got to put.
Yeah, you just got to figure out the weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I had 16 and a half on yours, so like it was still light. But, I don't know.
So the line looks nice, and I think they're feeling pretty good about the weight on this one. It's curling a bit, but I think they're happy with where that stopped.
But it just, I think we're getting some curl here, though, Johnny.
We got tons of curl here.
Now that this is covered,
Yeah.
even if we get here, it's pretty good because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so-
Jamming her. And then we have that side for, okay.
Yeah, for a second shot. Seems to be some curl now at the end.
We'll be out here.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, but I mean, the first end, or the second end, it wasn't going anywhere from here.
No, I know.
Like I took here, I got here.
Yeah, that's tough.
They're trying to decide what line they need for this draw.
Yeah, we're on the C.
They're pretty
like that?
comfortable that they're going to get some curl down this
I
line.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 They
Also the crosshouse double.
We know this will curl, Patty. You had a very similar draw in our
how
game
easy
where
this is
you
to
had to
get-
draw to full
No,
4 foot down
easier
this
the other
same
way, isn't it?
path, and it worked out very well.
Huh?
It
You think it's
did.
gonna curl?
I think we would.
Yeah, I think weight's probably very close.
Ah.
Saying hard.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's too bad. They almost had that by, and that would have been real nice.
Oh, it was a beauty.
Yeah.
That was a beauty.
was a beauty,
Just
yeah.
maybe on it a little sooner for sweeping. Could have dragged it a few more inches there and just under cover.
That's the frustrating part about curling. You can,
We had that.
sometimes it's just that fraction of an inch or getting the sweepers on like a split second earlier. That was a really nice shot. And if that was even partially
the line, so-
buried under that red
tell how
rock,
close we were.
it likely would have been tough to remove on that line without jamming for sure. So they're St. FX is calling for the hit. Are they trying to nose this one?
I think that's the call, Patty. And again, like if they get a nose hit on this, looks like they'll be sitting 5 here.
Well, I think so they're gonna play the same shot. I think they're probably more comfortable with the line and weight on this side of the sheet. And Chris just threw it, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna be close on this.
Good try, guys.
Great sweeping.
Good try.
I think they were leaving St. FX the shot, regardless, but it's not. This is not an easy shot
Yeah, just another.
for them to pop this
Another
one
foot, yeah.
out without it jamming.
No, exactly.
Good brush, guys. Good try.
This is definitely not a gimme. Weight and line need to be perfect on this.
One or is it 2? Well, if it's 1. If 2, I guess we give it a hook. Not before under quick enough.
Okay, so this is a pretty high pressure shot here for St. FX.
It's looking pretty good. They're not on it yet.
Needs to curl a bit. Looks like they're on it for curl.
Okay.
Are they going to get a little tick?
Wow.
Oh, and it's
wow.
just by.
You can hear the
just
crowd in the
by.
background.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people in here right now, Patty, and
it's a pretty exciting place to be. Come on down to the Sydney Curling Club for some great curling. Fantastic atmosphere. Bar is open. We're here all weekend.
yeah, and we have some entertainment lined up for this evening. Elise Aaron, very big name in Sydney and Cape Breton area. She will be playing tonight.
Holding on there or what? Tight guard, Getty.
So that was a big steal.
But big steal there from Chris. He made a great draw, and we're heading into the 7th end.
And that's a nice guard that they've got up in front. It's touching the center line, so it can't be removed until after 5 rocks. Sandfax looking to come behind.
Yep. So our 7th end, Patty, is sponsored by Destination Cape Breton. Cape Breton, one of the most beautiful islands on Earth. Destination Cape Breton is our gold sponsor for this stream that you're seeing this weekend. And they provided us with some of the lovely drone footage that you'll see leading into our games. So thank you, Destination Cape Breton, for your sponsorship and for providing us with that great footage. This looks very nice.
It's a nice draw. I think you'll see Chris probably try to draw down on top of it.
Do it, Kenny.
Looks like that's the call. Again, the way the scoreboard is, and with only one end left to play after this one, I think Team Granchelli is going to be trying to steal this end. We'll probably see St. FX start removing rocks once we're past five rocks and try to keep it open.
Yeah, line's great. Yep.
Looks like they like the line here. It's really curling, really moving over. Looks like a great shot from Penny Thomas here.
Good, buddy.
So that curled a little further than they wanted, I think. St. FX now is going to try to corner freeze on that front blue. And they'll be pretty happy with that because their back red will be guarded by overlapping rocks. Although we have seen a lot of rocks over curl down this side, so we'll see where this goes. It's looking pretty good, but the sweepers are off it, so they must be comfortable with the weight.
Okay, little rub there, and
It's a heavy draw, like back forward.
So opportunity for Team Granchelli now. They're not trying to remove those rocks. They just want to move them to the back of the house as catchers for theirs. So he's asking for back 8 weight to try to push those 2 red back.
Oh, we got lots of room.
lots of room here. Looks like it's a bit far out, but we have seen rocks curl a lot on this sheet. this one going to move?
Has a ways to go. Not looking like it. No,
Dig. Yeah.
they do. The teams have been getting a lot of curl on that side, but it might have been, or that landed back 12, which is so I think the weight was close to what Chris was asking for. They just needed to get over a little further. So not surprisingly, we're now going to see the peel. St. FX team is going to want to open this up and prevent Team Granchelli from stealing. They're up 2 right now with hammers, so I think they're happy to score.
Okay, looks like the sweepers are on it hard here to keep it straight.
It's definitely moving.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now that's an interesting outcome. Got a little unlucky there, actually, because they did peel the guard, but they've still left a guard.
Yeah, kind of replaced it with a red rock and took one of their own red out of play that was just on the tee line there.
And you can see now Team Granchelli is going to try to come down behind it again. They're probably happy with this setup right now.
Yeah, I think so.
If they can,
just looking for the steal, like you said, trying to put some pressure on.
line is looking good. The sweepers are on it. Looks like they've got it by.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
So it's looking pretty close. I think that's pretty much what they asked for. Might have over curled a touch because it's going to make it a little bit harder. They would like to have kept that rock more on the center line, so it would have been easier for them to bump their 2 blue and take out that back red. A little bit tougher now for them to get shot rock, get 2 shot rock, I should say.
Yeah, for sure.
So St. FX is they're calling the peel again. They don't want any rocks up front because they don't want anything for Team Granchelli to hide behind.
Yeah, this is probably the right call here for this stage of the end.
Yeah, I like this call. I think if they with the scoreboard the way it is, if they keep it open, even if they can take 1 point, they'll be up 3 coming home.
Very nice peel.
That's a nice throw. Going to see a guard go up.
Yeah, looks like he wants to replace that. If he's looking to steal, he's definitely going to need some rocks that he can kind of hide behind here, some junk in front of the house. So looking to replace that rock that they just had.
If St. FX keeps peeling, you'll probably see Team Granchelli keep guarding until it gets closer to the last rocks of this end. At some point, they're going to have to make a play on the rocks that are in order to be sitting shot.
Line's good. It'll be Todd, if anybody. We want it tight, though. Just be careful with it. Yep.
I think they're happy with the line.
Yeah, sweepers are on it now, but
Nice
they're happy with the weight, happy with the line.
Very, very well thrown rock.
Exactly what Chris was looking for there. He wanted something tight to the house, so that's a well thrown rock.
And they guarded the right side of that rock as well. They probably don't mind if St. FX were to hit the outside of that rock, because the angles the way they are, they might take out their own. Doesn't look like they're going to throw a hit though, although they're talking. Can't hear what they're talking about, but they're looking at a few different options here.
I don't think St. FX is mic'd. I think Chris and John both might have mics on there. Do they?
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting the head nod here from our head videographer. St. saying both Chris and John for Team Granchelli are wearing the mics.
So they are. I was expecting the peel here, but they're not peeling. It looks like they're going to corner freeze on that front blue. Is that the call?
I believe so, Patty. Yeah. Yep.
Do you like this one? You like this call?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. What about you?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this call. If it's made well, it's good. I think I probably in this situation would be inclined to peel. But they're confident in the line and the weight, so so they got a guard. Maybe that was the call. Was the guard the call?
I think they were trying to bring that into the house. Maybe just a little light.
Possibly. I couldn't hear what they were saying, and they looked like they were pretty comfortable with the weight as it was coming down. So maybe they did like the guard. The guard definitely makes it a lot harder for Team Granchelli to get to that back red. So maybe they're just trying to protect that one point. Not 100% sure, but I'd say Team Granchelli is probably okay with that because it still gives them an opportunity to try to move some rocks around and possibly set themselves up for a steal. Okay, so that overcurled a little bit because I think they were trying to come into the rings, right?
Yeah, just a little bit of overcurl, maybe not enough weight on that rock. Sweepers were on it, but just a little light and ended up ticking that rock that St. Avex had just put up there.
So it looks like they're looking at a guard now. And if you can hear in the background, looks like it is it Kenny Keogh's birthday? Happy birthday, Kenny Keogh.
All right, and we're just going to do an update on sheet 4. We have Ray Fuse, St. Avex women, sitting 3, 4, 5 right now.
That's
wow,
a lot of blue.
A lot of blue in the house, and we're just throwing last rock here. Team Williams throwing red, also from Antigonish. Trying to cut them down here. Maybe put a red point on the board.
You can't see it on the screen there, but there is a guard out front that they had to try to get past. Oh, that's a nice shot. One blue.
Okay, so definitely cut them down there. Yeah, a lot of blue in. They were sitting 5, and it looks like it's just a steal of 1. So that's 7-2 for St. Avex girls. Just coming into the 8th end, and I think we're going to do handshakes there. It looks like handshakes on sheet 4, so that'll be a win for Team Rayfuse.
Try to catch a piece of the 2 rock. I think we do that next time.
Yeah.
If we get a chance. Yep. Yep. I don't know what I'm going to throw out here though. What hard to say.
It is hard to say actually because we're getting pretty far out here, right? We haven't been out this far for a draw in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Touch more.
Okay.
Than last end.
So we're into skip stones here, and Team Granchelli talking about what weight to throw. They're going a little
Angles
further
didn't work out
out.
for us. Good draw.
Chris is talking about the angles of the rocks in the house. When he's saying that the angles didn't work out, so they don't have an easy way to get to that back red. So they're now going to try to draw in behind that front blue, that blue guard out front, and see if they can bury one that way. Maybe get in for shot.
It's like they're contemplating the ice here a bit,
I could
Patty.
probably take a hair more though, Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you think, buddy.
We haven't seen a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
this
just a
far
guess
on
on
the
the weight.
side.
That's all.
And you can hear Chris saying that it's a guess on the weight because they haven't thrown a draw down this side. I think this probably will curl based on the rocks that we've already seen, but they're not completely sure on what the weight is here.
Okay, the
So
line's
they're not on it.
looking good.
But they're not on it yet.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, there they go. Looks like
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
Curl. Oh no,
Yeah.
they may be by.
I think it's
Are they
by.
They are by.
It's
Hurry,
by.
hurry,
Yeah, they're by.
They're still on it
Oh,
here.
that's a nice looking shot. That was nice. That was a real nice try. A great, Chris said guess on the weight, because that's a very usable rock. That rock, depending on where St. FX goes now, they may be able to bump that rock up on Chris's last shot. I suspect that, yeah, it looks like the St. FX team is probably going to try to prevent them from doing that because they will be happy to take 1 point in this end.
Yeah, definitely going to try and make this hard for Chris's last shot here. They're looking to guard, not allow them to bump that blue that they just placed up to the button.
So interesting on the ice. It looks like they're taking more ice than Chris just took. Oh, but of course I forgot. Sam throws left, so it might change where they put the broom.
All right, the sweepers are on it. So they have placed a guard.
So there's, you can see Chris is looking at the intern.
So?
Yeah. Run that back and get a piece of the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
I
going
don't think we want to throw a ton of weight because we got to get some curl,
This thing.
right? It's got to curl past.
So they are
Yeah, it's got to curl
looking.
past it.
They're looking at playing the intern through the port.
Yeah.
There, though.
It will, though. I mean.
I think we just throw like solid board.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to be
Touch more
tight.
than board, I think.
Yeah, solid board. Yeah. Yeah, because we're going to lose some going across the face too. But we just have to get a hair curl past the guard, though, Johnny. That's the thing. Because when you're going across it, it's going to drag it some this
Yeah.
way. So we've got to
Yeah.
hit a little bit less of it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be.
If you want to coming off of this is an
No,
option.
I won't make it that way. Yeah, you gotta
Right?
go right into the 2. Anywhere's on that 2 and we're good.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a great conversation between Chris and John. Very well thought out shot in terms of the line and the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one lonely red in the rings there, Patty.
it is.
A lot of blue in there.
Bit curl past the guard, right? Then we can angle it
If they get this angle right and they're confident it's there, so it's just a matter of hitting that blue rock side. So they need to get it a little bit low. So they need to curl past nose and hit it just off nose into their blue rock. Don't know if you can see numbers on the rocks here, but they're trying to run it into the 2 rock, which should, if they can connect with that rock, it should hit the red and hopefully punch it back enough that they'll be sitting shot, they'll likely be sitting 2 or 3.
Well, it's going to be
shot.
Kenny if anybody.
Needs to curl. Needs to curl. They're on it for
Kenny
the curl.
Hart. Kenny all the way. No,
There-
just Kenny.
It's going.
Yep, looks
get
very,
it.
very
They're
close.
close.
Looks very close.
Oh, that was.
Oh, wow. Very, very close.
Yeah, that was a great try. I think we were all on the edge of our seat here, trying to wait and see if it was going to curl enough. He needed probably an inch more curl.
Inch more curl, and it really started coming at the end there, really started curling.
yeah.
So maybe just one more rotation would have gotten it.
It was, and not surprisingly, St. FX is throwing this away. They're going to take their 1 point and be up by 3 coming home without hammer. I think we're going to see some rocks in play next end. Suspect we'll see some corners going up.
I would say so, Patty. Yeah. We're going to be looking at a score of 7-3 for St. FX. Coming home in the 8th end.
7-3, 6-3.
6-3, sorry. 6-3. And our 8th end here is sponsored by Mercer Fuels. They're our title sponsor for the Cashspiel this weekend and a platinum sponsor for the stream that you're viewing currently. They're always ready to help. They have automatic delivery, text message reminders, easy online signups, and their customers win TVs every month, which is amazing. They do draws to give away TVs.
Oh, that's exciting.
Definitely check out Mercer Fuels.
So with the scoreboard the way it is, St. FX doesn't want any rocks in play. So that rock going through the house was intentional. And as expected, we're going to see a corner guard go up. This has been a very exciting game. A lot of great shots. Changed a lot second half. We saw pretty open ends in the first few.
Sliding. Yep.
Yeah, definitely saw the play change from the first few ends. It's been a great game. Every game we've seen on the live stream and every game that we've had here so far this weekend has been really good, really exciting, close games. So I think we're in store for a very exciting weekend.
I think so. So the corner guard is up. It probably curled a little further than Chris would have liked, but still a good guard. And looks like St. FX is opting to put this one through as well, which is definitely the safe way to play this end. If your team Pugsley, you don't want rocks in play. And looks like they're going to put up a corner on the other side. And they aren't touching this one.
Looks like it's probably going to be in the house here, Patty. Probably a little deeper than they want.
It is in the house, which back of the house. So that went quite deep. Looks like they're going to hit this. I think they may even try to roll out. I didn't hear what they said, but I would say Team Pugsley probably doesn't want rocks hanging around at the back right now.
No, I agree, Patty. I think they're trying to keep this this a very clean end. Just looking at the scoreboard here, they don't want to give Team Granchelli anything to sit on or hide behind.
No, they just want to try to run them out of rocks. Now this is curling a lot. Wow. Okay. Did
All
its job
right.
though.
Yep, got rid of the blue and rolled out.
They need to sweep. They need to thank the sweeper on that one. And Chris is going to try to put up another corner.
Okay.
Sounds like they're a little happier with the weight on this one.
Finish on its own. Yeah, it will. It will. It's not curling a whole lot.
It's a good guard here from
That was great weight.
Todd. But looks like it's at that point in the game where we're able to hit the guards. So St. FX is looking to peel that out of play.
And they're sweeping. Looks like it might be curling more than they thought. Oh no, they're off it. So they.
Back on it again, though.
Oh, that was a nice peel.
Great shot.
Good shot. We might see Chris put up another corner. Yeah. So he's hoping that they may get lucky on appeal.
Not if you're potentially in. Yeah.
I think I just
More
heard
handle.
we're potentially in, so not sure if it's
Okay.
going to stop here or not.
Shot, Todd.
I'm going to put the brakes
they're-
on.
they're all
So we
right
have
with
another
that.
guard.
I think it's getting peeled regardless. At this point, Team Pugsley is trying to run Team Granchelli out of rocks, and Team Granchelli is hoping that maybe one of the peels over curls, maybe leaves them a guard that they can come behind. But they're going to have to start coming into the ring soon because they have to score 3, and there's only three rocks left.
Yep.
So it looks like he's
Right.
got it.
Yep, looks pretty
Is
good.
it going out? Yeah. Yes, so that one looked like it got out a little bit, but didn't matter. They only needed to get a piece of it, take it out of play. So now you're going to see Chris come in behind that corner guard.
What do you got? Yep.
It's a lot. I gave it a little push.
They're saying the sweepers, I think, are saying that the rock is a little bit heavy. Looks like it's coming to the back of the house. They need this to stick around.
Curl it if you can, Todd.
It's coming over.
around.
What happened to that, Liz? Looked like it looked like the handle turned.
Yeah, it looks like it lost a lot of weight and also lost its rotation there. Like you said, it was starting to come over and then just seemed to kind of die and didn't get under cover. They were hoping that they might be able to probably get to the far wing there, get some cover under their guard, but maybe pick something up there on the ice or hit a
May
flat
have.
spot. I'm not sure.
So the turn that they're playing, we've seen a couple of these rocks curl a lot, haven't we? Or maybe not. I'm
This
dead
one,
wrong on that because it's staying
yeah,
perfectly straight.
This one seems to be behaving a little differently than what we've seen, but they're still making it, taking that out of play. leaving the house wide open.
It's a good shot. They were probably happy not to stick around with their rock regardless. So Chris is going to try the draw underneath.
Yeah.
He needs to score 3. He's only got 3 rocks left. So he's got to tuck this underneath so that the St. FX team can't get it out.
Yeah, definitely need to make these count. Might see a draw to the button here if they're able to generate 3 points.
This has been a fantastic game. Well played by both teams.
Go, Todd. All the way back. All the way back. Go on. Go, 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 go.
They're going to take it as far as they can, see if they can keep it curling.
Okay.
Great weight. Didn't come over quite as much as they would have liked. It's still open for the hit. And if this hit is made, that's game.
So our last rock thrower here, is it? Or our skip throwing mate stones?
I think this is
Yep, this is our 7th rock from St. FX.
Yes.
Yeah. Taking his time in the hack. This looks good. Looks like it's
Making
going to
no
make it
mistakes.
go away.
well thrown. Great game.
Great shot by St. FX. Very well played game. And we're seeing handshakes here on sheet 2. That'll be a win for St. FX men's team.
And now we're gonna sign off. That was the last game on the ice. So thanks for tuning in to the Mercer Fuels Cashspiel at the Sydney Curling Club. You can join us again at 3 o'clock, and you'll be able to watch Liz and I play in that game. So until later, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
This live stream is brought to you by Mercer Fuels, Marine Atlantic, McIntyre Chev, and Destination Cape Breton.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, yeah.